Hello folks, and welcome to a new Hi-Fi News, etc. I hope you're well. I hope you're having a relaxing and stress-free weekend. And as Hi-Fi News has a bit of space, it's not quite as frantic as my reviews, put it that way. This is a good time for me to apologize because of the vinyl wall situation. I don't know if you noticed. I know some of you like to keep an eye on the ever-changing vinyl wall. So last week, I produced 3 videos and only 1 vinyl wall. The reason? Well, I was rushing about so much because, you know, I'm here, I'm on my own, I do this as a solo thing. I wear many hats, I have to do different jobs, and sometimes I miss things and mistakes can be made, and I just forgot. Hence, I have rectified that. If you've seen my review of the Audiolab amplifier, the 6000A Mark II, you will notice that the vinyl wall is different to this vinyl wall. So again, apologies. Anyway, before we get to the news itself, trivia. And we are going to continue the theme of personal, social and health education. And the question this time around is relatively short, shorter than last time anyway, and it is this. The most commercially successful song in praise of illegal drugs was #1 in Britain in 1982. What was it? One more time. The most commercially successful song in praise of illegal drugs was #1 in Britain in 1982. What was it? Now, you can easily find the answer if you do a bit of Googling and you look at the charts for 1982. Hey, however, please don't do that. You'll only spoil things. So none of that research, please. Just have a little think, delve into your memories, consider your options, and I will tell you the answer at the end of this video. Until then, Hi-Fi News. And we will begin with PRO-JECT, and we will begin with a turntable called the E1.2. It is, according to PRO-JECT, not focused on gimmicks, just sound, for a turntable costing £249 or €329. That's a pretty brave statement. So you won't, for example, find any Bluetooth in this particular model, no USB. There will not be a built-in phono stage, no semi-automatic or quarter-automatic action. It's just a manual turntable, end of story. Now, this is the 1.2, so compared to the original E1, this 1.2 introduces a 730-gram aluminium die-cast platter with built-in TPE ring damping to minimize ringing and suppress vibration. The sub-platter comes direct from the debut line and is a glass fiber reinforced ABS design. The tone arm features a heavy mass gimbal bearing and it's fitted with a carbon reinforced head shell for added rigidity. Oh, and you get a Pickett MME cartridge. This is a new low mass design and it has a conical stylus. The plinth itself is CNC machined from rigid composite fiber. It has no hollow spaces. Finished in high gloss black, satin white or walnut, there's a single button speed control, damping feet, OFC phono cables with gold plated connectors, and you get a dust cover. I gotta say, in terms of sound, if sound is your priority and that's the main focus, I do like this one. Simple, straightforward, it's built to do one job. In my opinion, it looks promising. Next, we're going to go to those hard-working people at Fiio, and we have the QX13 DAC and headphone amplifier. It's a little dinky thing. The QX13 can decode MQA music if you're into that, while also supporting up to DSD 512 and 32-bit 768 kHz. You get 3.5mm and balanced Pentacon 4.4mm headphone sockets. They sit within a carbon fiber chassis, and you get a 1.99-inch hardened IPS display. The DAC is an ESS Sabre Pro ES9027 Pro chipset. The custom desktop mode also allows extra power to be drawn from powered USB devices, such as laptops, for example. The Fiio Control app, well, that includes 10-band EQ adjustments. The QX13 also arrives with an optional magnetic leather case. And with this case, you can stick this little device onto the back of, I don't know, a phone, for example. Prices, well, I have three, either £219 or $219 or €239. I'll put a link below somewhere where you can buy this thing. Now, normally I give you, what, 5 news items? It kind of works out in terms of video length and so on. But a couple of the news items I'm going to give you today are very short indeed, which is why I've given you 6 news items. So hurrah! The first of those short ones comes from MBL. It relates to their C41 network player. And basically there's an update, a software update. The update itself is version 3.35. And this includes several features, including additional streaming services like Spotify, Tidal, and Qobuz, internet radio functionality. It has a new web interface with a revised layout to enhance usability, apparently. New inputs for MBL's C11 preamp and C51 integrated amplifier. And that's it. Oh, and just to confirm, down below, I'll put a link for the update itself, a website link where you can go find it if you own one of these MBL jobbies. Next up, we're looking at monitor audio, and the Bronze Series 7G has been announced. There are 5 distinct models. They include the flagship floor standards, the Bronze 300s, the compact Bronze 50 bookshelf, the Bronze center channel for your AV system, on-wall speakers, and the AMS, those little fire-up speakers that you put on top of your AV floor standing speakers. You know the kind of thing. There's fire up jobbies. Here's a picture. The series includes the all-new ceramic-coated aluminium magnesium gold dome tweeter, the so-called C-cam tweeter. You also get another C-cam, a 6-inch bass and also bass mid drivers. And there's a new crossover that sits at the heart of these designs. Every Bronze 7G speaker cabinet uses real wood plus plywood front baffles. They're covered with satin vinyl finishes such as satin black, white and walnut, while through-bolt technology locks the cabinet together from the inside, reducing the visibility of fixings and reinforcing structural integrity. Next, a story from AudioQuest. It's been a long time since I did a story on AudioQuest. No idea why. Life, I guess. Anyway, they have some very expensive cables on offer called The Braveheart speaker cables. Where do they think of these names? I don't know. Anyway, these cables use upgraded polypropylene insulation with conductors that have been placed farther apart to reduce high-frequency noise. Additionally, thicker layers of carbon-loaded PVC, newly added graphene, and 4% silver shield drain wires have been added, and these all reject RF noise. Typical price, as I say, they are not cheap, £4,799 for a 3-metre pair. There are other prices, other denominations, and other speaker lengths. Check out the link down below and you can have a little mooch around. Hey, these speakers are not out just yet. They're out in August of this year, 2025, if you're watching from the future. And just to contrast the very expensive to the low cost indeed, and a little gizmo. A little gizmo you can find on Amazon, actually. It's a sort of DAC dongle for your phone. It's called the Azla, and Azla AZ100 new to me. Never heard of them before, but apparently this audio company is known for its memory foam ear tips. But now, well, they're branching out into the world of portable DAC amps with the so-called AZ100. This is a USB-C on one end to 3.5mm on the other end device, and it allows you to use your traditional wired headphones with your current iPhone or Android smartphone. It supports up to 32-bit 384 kHz. It includes silver-plated oxygen-free copper cable, and this little gizmo, as I say, doesn't cost very much at all. In fact, in dollar terms, $19, or a few pennies over £21. I'll put a link below for their Amazon store. And that's your lot. Thank you very much for staying to the end of this particular video. And before you go, you'll be wanting an answer to that trivia question, hey? Just to remind you, the most commercially successful song in praise of illegal drugs was #1 in Britain in 1982. What was it? And the answer is, it was Pass the Dutchie by Musical Youth. The song by the teenage group from Birmingham was an adaptation from Pass the Coochie, originally sung by the Mighty Diamonds. Now, coochie is slang for a pot in which marijuana is kept. Pass the Dutchie was the fastest selling single of 1982 in the UK, shifting 100,000 copies in a single day. And if you've read the history of that particular very young band, it's not particularly pleasant in terms of what happened after. Slightly tragic, or very tragic, I can't remember now, but it was a bit of a sad tale if you want to read up on what happened to Musical Youth. Anyway, I think that's about it, folks. Thank you very much for staying to the end of this particular video. Before you go, can you click down below on the like and subscribe buttons, please, if you have not done so already? Just helps the channel and all that jazz, you know, algorithms, etc. If you can support me on Patreon, that will help me enormously because it funds this particular channel. And there's lots of exclusive stuff over there too. Also, please have a gander at the website. It's been going a lot longer than this channel and hence has a lot more over there. In addition to that, I have a Facebook group and you're welcome to join that. Come and say hello. Anyway, that'll do. I think I'm off. I'll be back. Well, you'll be able to see me tomorrow because there is a review. Check out the review. I'll have another one of these next Saturday, I think. So join me, please. If you can, it'd be great to have your company. Until then, folks, bye-bye for now.